So welcome back to the channel. So as you previously know, I did get new brake levers and calipers. My purchase also included new 203 brake rotors, mainly an upgrade from what I originally had. My bike came with an extremely thin pair of 180s, and when I say extremely, I mean extremely thin. So changing the brakes rotors wouldn't be a bad thing, except that not long ago I had upgraded to a Texture branded 180s, which were thicker, much thicker, and overall much better quality than I previously had. And as you might have guessed it, I struggled with the decision of changing the rotors. After all, I bought new ones less than 4 months ago. So I thought to myself, would upgrading my brake rotors be beneficial in any way? Well, it depends. In my situation, it probably would benefit me. After all, having crummy brake rotors probably contributed to my brake problems. And I understand that a lot of people have the same question. Why would bigger diameter brake rotors be better? And what I mean bigger is bigger than 160, 180, and we're looking into 200s. One reason is heat dissipation. So why should brake rotors dissipate heat from the brake pads? Because of how brakes function. Brakes work through friction. You pull on a lever, brakes activate by pressing on the disc brake, creating friction to slow down or to completely stop. So when disc brakes have a smaller diameter and are required to perform with higher braking power, for example, if you have a heavy e-bike and you're pulling 30 miles per hour with a 160 rotor, the braking power will not be as efficient. Brakes will most likely overheat because they do not have enough surface to dissipate the excess heat generated through friction when trying to stop a fast and heavy e-bike. Besides reducing efficiency, the excess heat generated by the brake can overheat the brake system, causing something called vapor lock. So what is vapor lock? Vapor lock is brake fluid that has vaporized in the system. Vaporized brake fluid will further cause your braking power to be reduced. Even though hydraulic brake fluid is designed with higher boiling point, hydraulic fluid also absorbs moisture, reducing its boiling point. Vapor lock is probably what I encountered the first time I completely lost brake power while doing an emergency hard brake at high speeds. I essentially vaporized my hydraulic fluid inside the system to the point where they became spongy and unresponsive. It was a scary situation, one that you want to avoid at all costs. If this problem happens to you, it's one that you cannot fix on the spot. Like when it happened to me, I was 3/4 away from my destination, but I could no longer brake properly, so I had to slow down, really slow down, like 12 to 50 miles an hour slow, just to make sure I would be able to completely stop using one spongy brake and one non-functioning brake. So if you have a heavy e-bike and you're running a 700-watt motor or higher and like to go comically fast, you should really consider upgrading your rotors to 203s or 220s to avoid a sudden loss of brake power due to vapor lock.